Today I will be sharing my thoughts on Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion, which is basically an RMC conversion on Hurler, their current wooden roller coaster. Now, people are saying that Hurler at King's Dominion was rough, so was rumored before that Hurler at King's Dominion will get an RMC treatment. However, they had to wait for a couple of years for it to happen. So, anyways, it here it is. It happened. You predicted it. Twisted Timbers, an RMC redo on Hurler. So, before we get too in depth with the video, I do want to talk about the stats first. So, the track length will be 300, I think 3,000 and 3,661 feet of track. And the total inversions will be 3, and the top speed will reach 54 miles per hour. So it's to take note that RMC coasters shouldn't, I mean, RMC coasters doesn't have to be that fast, but basically what they're trying to do here is trying to make this coaster the best ride at King's Dominion. So they're trying their best for everyone to have a great year, especially if you're a coaster enthusiast. You're looking for a great coaster out there. And if this is your home park, this might be the closest RMC coaster that you want to ride. Because if you look at the Cedar Fair chain, I mean, not the Cedar Fair chain, but if you look at theme parks across the country, then each of those are good rides, but for some of you, or at least most of you, might live far away from each other. So you might argue which is the best RMC out there. So people might say, oh, maybe the best one out there so far is, I believe, Twisted Colossus is probably one of the better ones. And Storm Chaser. Possibly we could cycle. I'm not sure which one's the best one, but I'm quite sure that whatever RMC you guys choose, you guys have different opinions, so it's really hard to judge on which is the best RMC. So for me, I'd say Twisted Colossus, just because I've ridden that, but this is still one of a good RMC coaster. I mean, you got Twisted Timbers, so it got a decent layout, so it's not that bad. But as you can see in the picture, after that lift hill, you're gonna go to into a barrel roll down a barrel roll drop, just like Storm Chaser at the Kentucky Kingdom. So if you're wondering what the closest one is, I think from King's Dominion, you would probably have to choose Storm Chaser would be the closest one, just 'cause there's nothing like it in the United States. But now then, there's gonna be two coasters that feature that element. So if you guys love that element, then most likely you would choose Storm Chaser or Twisted Timbers. But I'd say probably I would pick Twisted Timbers just 'cause it's a longer ride than Storm Chaser. But hey, it's gonna be a new roller coaster, so you might get a new different credit in those two coasters. So yeah, I would love to ride this someday, but again, you know, I hope I can get a chance to ride this in the future. But if I do get to ride a coaster out of state that I haven't ridden yet, then I'm gonna make a video on my review on this. However, this coaster looks good for King's Dominion. I mean, look at the coaster view, the coaster cars. I mean the coaster trains. So they do look good when they theme it, but it's also depending on the restraints. You know, you got these new RMC restraints than the old ones, because I think the older ones are still good, but probably this one's more secure, so not sure how they look. We're gonna have to wait and see until they officially open this roller coaster and until I hear from other enthusiasts. But as far as I know that these new restraints would probably be more comfortable and more secure. So I'm just stating that there. Talking about the color scheme now, you know, you got your basic RMC iBox track roller coaster and that's the original colors on the RMC, but this one's more of a red red color scheme. The other RMC coasters are more like a red orange-ish I-beam track, but this one is like a never before seen type of color. So it's more darker than the original RMC coasters, but I do love the color scheme. Yeah, the brown wood, it makes it stand out. So I would definitely love the color scheme on the coaster. And the layout looks decent. I mean, not very not that bad, but I'm just saying it just uses the coaster in advantage. So it's like very if I didn't make sense, then I'm probably proven wrong. But the, the way they designed it pops. So it does look good. So this coaster, this coaster would be good. Plus, there's crazy airtime there, as you can see in the picture. So that looks pretty cool and pretty exciting. So just to take note that don't compare this coaster to Steel Vengeance because they're they're the same company. And not only that, I mean, this coaster, it's hard for me to focus, but this coaster is probably gonna be a little better than Vengeance. But just to take note, you don't have to compare this to Steel Vengeance just because Steel Vengeance is a longer ride and has more to it. But and not only that, but it also breaks a couple records. So don't judge those coasters. So yeah, that's about it on my thoughts on this roller coaster. So I will sign off. So as usual, hope you enjoyed this video. Comment on you guys comment on what you guys think on Twisted Timbers and be sure to subscribe, give this video a like, and I will catch you guys next time.